heroes, villains, and Disney adults. Welcome to Speed D&D, the 10-minute, 2-player, zero prep Dungeons & Dragons game where even I, as the DM, have no idea what's going to happen. And because every good adventure needs a good hero, let's welcome our player of the day,
Dan!
For this game, the NPCs and the quests are drawn completely at random and we only have 10 minutes to complete it. So, if we do something wrong, shh.
It's fine.
Dan, who you bringing to the table?
Today I will be playing as Brenda Jones, who is a human wizard. I think she's at level 2.
Sounds about right. We begin. Brenda, where are you? What are you doing?
She's in a little cafe enjoying a peppermint tea.
Brenda is in the town of Little Babbling, a magical and beautiful place where the weather is always perfect and everyone is always happy. It sounds sinister and creepy. It's not. It's just a genuinely nice place to live.
Yeah.
And as she is enjoying her peppermint tea, there is a little bit of a kerfuffle outside.
Well, I get up and I go and peer out the window, I suppose.
Kind of from your vantage point, you can't see much, but you do see that bystanders almost, and they are watching... No! Can't do this to me again.
We can't do another
We can't.
one.
You look out and you see that your friends and neighbours, these people that you know, are crowded around someone who you don't know. Quite low on the ground. Sort of like in a puddle of their own making. There is a little frog.
For God's sake.
What you notice that is odd about this frog is wearing wet jeans.
Of course, it's a frog!
That is a submission from Mightier Marble. Thank you, Mightier Marble. What do you do?
Oh, well, that's quite peculiar. I suppose I'll nip outside the cab.
You nip outside. People are making way for the frog, but they look very concerned.
I assume, to someone who's bystanding. Maybe I know them well, maybe I don't.
You turn to one of your neighbours. Not like direct neighbours, but like someone you know who lives
Someone
in the
from the town.
It's a small dwarven child. They've got like a little wooden hoop. They've like stopped playing their game for the day because they're sort of watching.
What's going on?
Hello, Miss Brenda.
It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. It looks like there's a little frog wearing wet jeans.
I'd surmised as much from myself there, little Grovnik.
That's my name! That's what they call me!
But where's it come from?
We don't know. They sort of just hopped into town, but they keep saying, "Someone please help me," but we don't know how to help them.
Okay, well, maybe I can. Hello, little frog with wet jeans.
I can't do the same frog voice again. I'm in a bit of a dire straits, if I'm being honest.
Oh, I can tell. What's going on?
Oh, I just... what's your name?
My name's Brenda.
Hello, Brenda. I'm Philip.
All right, Philip. Philip Frog. Lovely to see you. What can I do for you?
Oh, I'll tell... Boy, do I have a story for you.
It's just occurred to me that his issue is not that he's in wet jeans. It just is.
It's a separate problem.
I was like, okay, we're going to solve the issue of the jeans. But we're not.
You're going to laugh. I need... What the hell is my voice? I need to bake a cake from scratch.
Well, have I got news for you? I'm quite good at that. Can I ask you a very perhaps personal question?
Oh, of course, yes.
Have you always been a frog?
Oh, yes.
So it's not like you've accidentally become a frog with
No,
wet
oh,
You're
no,
not
no,
a man
no,
in
no.
jeans.
Oh, no. I'm very much a frog in jeans. That's why they're wet.
Okay, well...
Because I had to leave my pond
Okay, well...
to look for help, because I'm just in such a muddle about it.
Does the cake have to be baked, or can we just get you a cake?
It's sort of like a home baking situation. It's like all the parents have to bring something home baked to like sell at a little school fair. And so I think it probably could be shop bought, but I felt like it would be a bit of a faux pas.
Well, I just thought, well, right, you've happened on fortune to hop yourself in front of a shop that sells cake.
I'm just so worried about it being, poor form, since everyone else seems to be baking theirs.
Come on, I can bake cakes. Why don't I help you? Grovnik, do you want to come? Seems rude not to include him, doesn't it?
Give me a persuasion for Grovnik.
That's a 7.
Grovnik looks like a little bit like anxious around the frog.
Well, you enjoy your hoop, and why don't you, Mr. Frog, and I come and come here and sort of pick him up. Well, I work in a library, Mr. Frog, so we can always get a recipe
lovely.
book and do you have a cake in mind?
I didn't, but let's have a look. What sort of cake do frogs like?
You would know better than me, being that you are indeed a frog.
Well, I don't like sweet treats.
So can I just understand this correctly? Are you making a cake for a frog school or for a normal school?
I'm sorry, what's a normal school?
My apologies, I didn't mean to be so normative. So
Some amphibians, yes, frogs and newts.
People of all types.
There is a bunny, exchange student.
Okay, right. Well, in that case, and given that Brenda is the librarian of this library, does she know if there is a book of this type?
Oh yeah, you'll absolutely have just like a cooking section.
All right. Well, let's go and get that book then.
Give me. Let's make it an investigation. You're looking for a handy book.
7.
You get to the library, and you know your library very well, and you have some cookery books, but not a lot of baking books per se. So you kind of find a book that is like a catch-all of just like how to make a dinner party, like A to B. So there are some cake recipes in here, but they're sort of very box standard. It's like a nice Victoria sponge. There's cookies, that sort of thing.
All right. Well, why don't we use some of this as an inspiration? Do you know what? I know how to make a sponge.
Maybe something like a nice carrot cake would be lovely.
Oh, a fantastic idea. You know, I've got some carrots in my very own garden.
My neighbour Tabitha's making like an apple crumble or something along those lines.
Fantastic. That sounds lovely. Right, well, in that case, let's go to my garden because I've got some fantastic carrots. They're just fresh. Can I just simply say we make a carrot cake?
Go, give me a performance.
I really thought
that was that one.
It's not. It's a 9.
Yeah, it takes a little while. You whip up a cake. You've got the fresh carrots that you grate from your garden. It's moist and delicate, but it is a little bit burnt.
Oh.
And you can see there's a little bit of a disappointment.
Thank you so much for your help. This
is far better than I could do.
Tell you what, Mr. Frog, and I'm going to use my mending cantrip
Very
to
good.
fix it and make it a nice, perfect little cake.
You do, and there's it was almost like a little ding as you just manifest this perfect cake. Is it frosted?
It is now.
The frosting appears. That's how you mended it. How big is the cake, by the way?
It's like this big.
Oh, okay. So it's okay for Philip.
It's frog size.
Okay, yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, and on the timer, with help of a mending spell, you make what was originally not the best cake because it was a little bit burnt, but then became a beautiful
baked,
well presented cake.
Yeah.
You give it to Philip, and he's so grateful in his wet jeans.
I'm so glad that you are the one that I found when I came to look for help. Everyone was so confused about why I needed help making a cake, but you understood my needs, so thank you.
And he hops out of your house, leaving like a little frog prince as he goes from his wet jeans.
I've got so many questions, but okay, goodbye, Philip.
Do come to the school fair.
Oh, thank you. I might. Lovely. And I assume she does.
And she does. And that's our adventure.
Our adventure was baking a cake together, and it took ages.
I think a lot of it was understanding the needs of the wet jeans frog. Anyway, that was our adventure. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Dan.
You're most welcome.
If you have any suggestions for other NPCs or quests, do leave those in the comments. No more frogs.
Yeah, I think frogs
we've done.
If I may.
We've done frogs now.
Frogs are over.
Have a nice day. Goodbye. And remember, you don't always need to flirt with the villain.
We all like a bad boy.
It's fun, don't get me wrong, but some of them are just evil and will just kill you. Lovely, I've got a dead leg again.
Frog and wet jeans.
Fucking wet jeans.